All right, welcome to another episode of You're Lucky to Be Here with me, Mason Smith, and today's guest, Craig Fergola.
Hello.
What's up, buddy?
What's going on?
Glad to have you on.
Glad to be here.
Been trying to make it happen for
I
a
know,
while.
it's just been a long time
Since
coming.
like high noon, I feel like.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, since whatever, like the first time I saw you doing podcasts, I'm like, I want to get on that.
Yeah,
And
fuck
we've
yeah.
been-
That would have been high noon, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, I did high noon for 5 years or something.
Holy
Like
shit, really?
201 episodes.
Fuck.
That was with, do you know Andrew Vickers, right? From Boston? He lives here now?
I'm sure I've met him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
But-
that's who I started that with.
Okay.
Right before the pandemic, we did 2 episodes.
Yep.
And then the pandemic hit, and that's all we had.
Yeah.
Like,
I was
oh,
doing one
fuck.
during the pandemic with Hudak, too. We did like...
Oh, yeah.
We did like 100 episodes. We were doing like 2 a week. So we only did it for like 8 months, but we have a bunch of episodes out for it.
Yeah, because there's nothing else to do.
Yeah. And it was just me basically getting like blacked out. We
Oh,
didn't
you
do
were
video.
you were still drinking?
Still drinking and doing drugs on that one. So yeah, I would like literally just fall asleep on some of the episodes.
Really?
Yeah. On multiple episodes, I would just...
Were you doing hard drugs?
Yeah. I was
Oh,
drinking and doing, and it was fentanyl. It was like,
Yeah.
I'd get the...
But you knew it was. You weren't getting like bamboozled.
The first time I ever got those, it was during the pandemic, and I was super depressed, and I bought what I thought were Perk 30s because they look
Okay.
exactly.
They
They press
pressed 'em,
them. They're
yeah.
the same color, but I had heard that they were putting fentanyl in them. I didn't know to what extent. So I went to go. When I was doing perks, I would do like 230s right off the rip. That's what I would do. Crush 60 milligrams.
When you were doing the real ones.
Yeah. So I would do 2 of those, but these, like, I went to go crush it, and it was really hard. Like, I had to really pound on it to break it. So I'm like, this seems a little weird. So I did half, and I was staying with Mike because I was
Doing fentanyl.
well, no, I couldn't move into my apartment. It was during the pandemic, so I was like in between leases. He's like, just come stay with Kristen and I, and we'll do the podcast. I was like, okay. So he was at work one day, and I did a half of one of these perk pills, and he came home, and I was just like head down on this glass table. And I wasn't breathing. So he came home and like,
shit.
yeah, he came home, like picked me up, slapped me in the face. He said, I don't remember any of this. Slapped me in the face, got me on the ground, started giving me chest compressions. Had to call an ambulance. They Narcan me back to life. I went to the hospital. I woke up the next day because Mike's enormous.
Yeah,
so I had
yeah.
this giant fucking bruise on my chest.
Yeah,
where,
because
like,
the rubbing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, I died on his lawn, and he just happened to come home early for lunch one day. And just so if
Wow.
he hadn't come home, I'd be dead.
So you must have just passed like minutes.
I
Like-
came. I took a shower, did it, went out on the porch to like write some stuff, and then I woke up on his lawn basically. And they took me to the hospital.
With ambulance people, with
Yeah.
the EMTs.
Yeah.
So did
Ambulance
he
and
pick
cops.
you up and take you outside, or did the?
I
did
was
they-
already outside.
Oh,
I was out on
okay.
his
like
sorry.
patio furniture.
Yeah. So he got me off there, put me on the ground, started giving me chest compressions, called 911, and they showed up. and
Oh shit,
Yeah.
dude.
that was the second time.
Now, okay, let me ask you. Let me ask you
Overdosed.
this. So when that happened,
Mhm.
you said you don't remember any of it, right?
Right.
So damn. So were you pronounced like? Were you like there was no pulse?
They said I had stopped breathing for over like 4 minutes. It was like Mike was like,
Damn
you were
it, and
you were
you
like
don't-
black. You would turn, you past turning blue, you would turn
And you
black.
don't remember anything.
Nope.
Fuck. It's not looking good for the afterlife.
No, yeah, that's 2 times.
Oh, see,
Oh,
'cause-
you've had other people the same thing.
Well, no. When I had my seizure, I don't remember any
Yeah.
of it, and
Yeah.
that scares me
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
because it all signs are pointing to nothing happens.
Yeah. Maybe you got to get through that. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Or maybe that's just us because we're bad people. And
Yeah,
that's
I mean, I
Maybe
don't know.
maybe you guys didn't die good enough.
Yeah, maybe
Maybe not.
maybe we didn't actually die.
Yeah.
Because like, there are people who like you can look up on like on YouTube of like people who died and like recall stuff.
Sure. Yeah. It's
But
like
maybe they're good people.
Yeah, they're probably.
yeah.
It's all those. It's usually some kid who's like had cancer or something, and
Yeah.
he died for a little bit. So
And
yeah, they're
then now
probably.
he's like a preacher.
Yeah.
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 What if they're just all fibbers? You know, I saw my
Yeah.
mom.
That's
I
the
saw
other thing, too.
It's
They're
like,
probably
did
all
you-
full
are
of
you-
shit.
Are you milking? Are you milking this right now? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
because it makes for a better story when you become a preacher, and then you
Yeah.
can tell people, oh, all this, and
Yeah,
then they
well,
just throw
yeah.
money at you.
They're like, hey, I died. I died and was told that I should talk about it.
yeah. Yeah.
Now give me
God
your money.
told me.
Also, Jesus said I wouldn't be happy till I have a private jet. So
Yeah.
give me them ties.
I need 3 Escalades, or Jesus is going to be pretty pissed off.
It's like real life righteous gemstones, just fucking crushing it.
That shit's wild to me, dude.
It is crazy. Have you seen the video of the dude that he's being interviewed by this woman?
The private jet?
And he's talking. He's like, no, God wants me on a private plane, so I don't have to be around you heathens.
Yeah.
And then he tells that chick, he's like, you need
You're
some
a devil.
manners. You're part of the devil worshippers.
Yeah. And I think he bought Tyler Perry's private jet.
He was mean to her too. He was like super mean to her.
That video is crazy because he's like, "You're a demon," and he just like looks at her, and it's.
And she's like, "What?"
That guy's the biggest piece of shit.
He's got to be dead by now. That dude.
I think
he old. He was old in that
He's
video.
old, but I think he's. I mean, I'm sure he gets the best medical care. You know, he's a fucking billionaire.
And then what's that? Joel Olsteen wouldn't let the Katrina people. Wouldn't let him in that empty stadium.
Yeah.
He's like, can't sit here.
Yeah. Take your shoes off. I just put new carpets in here.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
We just remodeled this. You're not coming in here. No, sir.
You must have us mistaken for like a church.
Yeah,
Like
no.
one of those churches filled with nice people.
It's more of a theme park than a church.
I don't know if you know this. This is a mega church.
Yeah, we're lizard people.
Yeah, you got to be like mega rich to come in here.
One of the dudes, he's like a janitor there. He was doing like some remodeling in one of the bathrooms and just found like $2 million in cash behind one of the walls. They had like hid money in there.
Look to see if we can find something on that.
I'm pretty sure.
At the Joel Olsteen's mega church.
Yeah.
$2 million cash in the wall.
I'm not sure on the amount, but he definitely found a shitload of money in the wall.
In the
I think it was in a bathroom.
plumber who discovered money in wall of Joel Olsteen's gets $20,000 reward. A plumber who discovered stacks of cash and checks inside a wall at celebrity televangelist Joe. The envelopes were discovered behind a loose toilet by the plumber while he was doing repairs at the Houston church on November 10th, 7 years after the church reported $600 in cash and checks stolen from a safe.
No, 600,000.
Yeah. Evidence from the recovered check suggests that the discovery was connected to the March 2014 theft. Back then, Crime Stoppers of Houston offered a cash reward. $20,000 anyone. Following news discovery behind the church, Crime Stoppers. I want to see what he had to say about it.
Yeah.
Was he like, well, I didn't know. God must have put it there.
Well, he's like, we reported this money's
Statement
missing.
last
Then,
week.
whoops, it was found in the church. Like,
Yeah.
the thieves broke in and then
He's
put
like,
it behind
Can you believe that? They must have been
Crazy.
saving it for later.
hiding in plain sight, as they say.
So he didn't get. Did he get in any trouble? Oh, can we hear what he has to say about it? Is that the guy?
Must be.
Portion into a charitable donation. This week, Crime Stoppers board said
The one black guy's got the mouth.
Needless to say, my heart stopped. Needless to say, I mean, I really had I had no clue that would come about.
Justin Cawley, or Justin the Plumber, says when Crime Stoppers called, he thought he was in trouble. Instead, he's getting $20,000 from the nonprofit.
Man, how do you not pocket a little bit of it?
All right.
On
That's
top
what
of,
I'm saying,
I mean, I know he's
dude.
probably. I bet you that dumb.
It's crazy. There's $1,900,000 in here.
This guy seems like such a dum dum that he would have been like, "Oh man, Jesus saw me uncover this money." He like took a 20 and he's like, "Oh, I better put it back."
I thought I was going to get in trouble, dude. I would have been out the door and on a bus somewhere instantly. You know what I mean?
Wait, what part? Connection to the money is suspected to be linked to the
Summary of it.
Oh, okay. Well, I'd like to know what Mr. Olsteen had to say about it.
I'm sure they were probably just hiding cash, and I'm sure they probably have insurance. So they're like, oh yeah,
for
someone.
sure Olsteen. It's
Yeah.
for sure him.
Yeah.
Who else would have access to break that wall down and hide your fucking money?
600,000.
Also, did he forget about it? Because he said it was in 2014.
Probably. That's how much money this guy has. He can
Yeah.
stash
He's-
600K
I
away
forgot-
and forget that it's in a wall.
I forgot about my toilet money.
Yeah. I mean, well, how many seats is in
Church's
that church?
response, Lakewood, like 20,000. It was a football stadium.
Yeah.
Lakewood Church stated they were appreciative of the plumber. Yeah, right. And noted that they had previously converted their 2014 reward money into a donation for Crime Stoppers. So, but wait. So they're literally like, no, whoever robbed us just hid the money there.
Yeah. Yeah, they were just clearly hiding it. They probably got an insurance payout because they said it was stolen. They're like, oh, and I'm sure they have theft insurance. I don't know if that's a real thing, but
that's crazy.
The crazy thing is, though, either this guy's the dumbest dude in the world, or he's that scared of Joel Olsteen where he finds this money and he's like, I can't take it. He'll fucking kill me.
He's the Jesus Mafia.
Yeah.
Dude. The mafia for God, mafia for the Lord.
I'm sure he has like crazy private security there.
100%.
That would hunt this guy down and kill him if he took any
There's
of that
definitely
money.
cameras in the bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, he literally,
For sure.
that guy lives like a rock star.
Yeah.
Like, he lives as if he is a rock star.
Yeah.
And, also, here's the other thing. Why do you feel the need to steal 600 grand when you already don't pay taxes?
Yeah.
You're already, he's also had work done. That motherfucker's totally had Botox.
Oh,
look,
yeah,
dude,
yeah. Look at him.
He looks like a creepy, remember when Martin Short played the Frosty guy in that Santa Claus 3?
Yeah, he looks
Look up Martin Short as the Frosty guy in Santa Claus 3.
That's, oh my God, he does.
That's a deep cut right there,
Oh,
too.
yeah, holy fuck. That's crazy. That is Joel Olsteen.
Joel Frosteen.
That is insane.
Oh, that's so crazy.
That's a great pull, too. The bad guy in the Santa Claus 3.
You'll never unsee that.
That's so wild.
You're never going to unsee it.
Oh, my God.
It gets better as time goes on, as we look at it more.
I looked at that one real quick when you first put it up, and I just thought that was Joel Olsteen. I didn't realize it. Like, oh, he frosted his tips.
Oh, my God.
Oh, this one, especially.
Dude, it's literally perfect.
It's insane.
The quick back. I thought that was Joel next to him. I thought someone else saw it, but that's just that's Martin Short.
Oh, is that actually Martin? Yeah. Okay, that's crazy,
dude. Martin Short should play Olsteen in a movie where he steals that money and hides it behind the toilet.
They're probably like washing money for the cartels. You know what I mean? That's probably something.
Yeah,
I don't know. I've never seen them in the same room together.
Yeah, what Joel Olsteen is Martin Short. How tall is Joel Olsteen? Because Martin Short's apparently like 5'4" or something. I wonder
Probably
if
6 feet tall.
I wonder if it. Yeah, so he's that. Yeah. I wonder.
He could be on those shoes though. That you know what I mean.
Oh, he's got
Those
lifts in his
Joe Rogan
shoes for sure. Yeah.
See if someone else has found this and put Joel Olsteen side by side of Martin Short. Just see
if they haven't, dude, this is gonna break the internet.
Oh, so people have already acknowledged this.
Okay, yeah. We're a little late to it, but
I love this Pinterest
That's
post.
crazy.
Joel Olsteen totally looks like Martin Short. There's no conspiracy, nothing else. It's just like he totally freaking looks like him, dude.
it's probably his kid.
Have y'all seen the? It's obviously not true, but there's a conspiracy that Brad Pitt is Benicio del Toro. Have you ever seen that?
No.
Look up Brad Pitt is Benicio.
I've never even heard of that.
Yeah,
That's wild.
So it's a dumb one because it's obviously they were in Snatch together. But
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a four-fingered Frankie Four Fingers or whatever his name. Yeah.
He's like, why do you think they call him Frankie fucking Four Fingers? But yeah.
Yeah, I guess they kind of do
Yeah,
look alike.
you don't notice it till you see
Yeah.
it like this, but
Oh, all right.
but obviously
he looks like a sickly Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
yeah, like he's got Brad Pitt with Crohn's.
That's a fun conspiracy. I like
Yeah.
fun conspiracies
Yeah,
like
because
this.
obviously that's not
Right.
That'd be it's retarded, but and but also both amazing actors.
Yeah, fantastic.
Dude, I loved him in that battle for battle.
Oh, one battle after another?
Yeah,
Great
yeah.
movie, yeah.
Dude, I've watched that like 3 times now. 3,
I
4
just
times.
saw it recently, like within the last few months, and it was so fucking good.
This one annoys me. This is another, I guess, fun one, but
Well, I told you, he was in my restaurant again last night.
oh yeah. Did he tip well?
I didn't.
That was the
ask.
whole thing.
I know. I forgot. We got busy, and I forgot to ask. I'll find out tonight, and I'll let you know. You can do a follow up on that. But yeah, this is the second or third time I've seen him in there, and I guess he's been going there a lot.
I heard he memorizes everyone's names at places he goes to. Does he know your name?
No, I haven't interacted with him at all. Because the place I work. There's a fair
They
amount of
tell you
like
to stay
celebrities that they real like they don't
Yeah.
freak out because like Charlie
don't
Crockett.
freak out.
Charlie Crockett was in there one day, and I was like,
That's
I love
cool.
Charlie Crockett.
Yeah,
He left. He got like a $60 bill, left a $200 tip.
Oh hell
So
yeah.
Charlie Crockett
He's
rules
the
even
man.
more.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's this place that's been around for so long, and it was kind of an Austin staple for a long time. So we do get a fair amount of celebrities, and they're like, I think they've fired people before for like asking for pictures.
Of
and
course,
stuff like
yeah,
that.
it's very
which, they're
unprofessional.
they're going in there to get a meal or whatever. So he gets left alone.
McConaughey.
McConaughey's definitely been in there. They've had some Tarantino movies where part of them were filmed in there. It's been around for like 30 years.
Yeah,
but he no one said anything bad about him as far as him being an asshole. Or
I've
anything,
met him.
so.
He's very nice.
He's super low key. He had a date. He was just sitting in there hanging out, and people left him alone. Because I remember there was a few years ago. I think it was right around here. I think it was at one of these bars like right across the street where he came in. And a bunch of UT students like started freaking out, like chanting at him and like throwing shit at him.
Oh God!
So it's like at the end of the day,
Leave
it's
the
like,
guy alone.
yeah, he's just a person trying to get food. I'm not gonna like, and no one's said anything to him, which I think is why he keeps coming back.
Of
He can
course,
just
yeah.
low key have a
Because he gets
meal.
to be a normal human.
Yeah.
Which it's crazy to me that anyone. I mean, college kids these days are fucked.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what happened.
I mean, I think they've kind of always been like that, but it's like way over the top now.
Yeah, right.
They're just so fucking.
I heard that colleges now have like agendas. Like they'll like kick you out if you're not like on board with like the shit that they say.
Well, I know like there was that girl who like she was in college and she wrote a letter that was a little like anti-Israel, and they deported her for it. That's like they fucking kicked her out of the country.
So they were pro-Israel, this college?
Yeah,
Must have been in
yeah.
Boston or something.
I think most like places of power are pretty pro-Israel.
Oh,
I'm not sure.
They
how
just
that
don't
whole-
advertise it.
Yeah, I think they're all anything
Dude,
that.
I think it's so annoying, these people that cause traffic on the bridge.
Oh my god!
Like,
yeah.
'cause
That,
they're
like
go-
stop traffic
Because they're
They try
going
to-
back and forth like with their signs. You know, I mean, let me try the other side now.
Yeah,
You know,
or
it's
the
like-
people that like just lay down in the street to block
Oh,
traffic.
dude. Oh, have you been seeing? So you know how there's been all those blizzards up north
Yeah,
right now?
that's really bad.
Yeah, it's crazy. I wish I was there. I love nor'easters so
I
much.
know.
I fucking miss it every fucking
I
winter.
know, I know.
And right now, I'm love. My feed is filled with all these.
My brother's in
videos
Rhode
right
Island.
now.
They just got, I think it was 32 or 33
Yeah,
inches
dude,
in one storm.
Western Mass and so, like Plymouth and Situate
Yep.
and the Cape and shit has
Yeah.
all been getting like 30 inches.
Yeah.
And all the water's like.
That's Eastern Mass too, but
Yeah, well, I was just saying Western Mass too is getting hit.
yeah, everywhere in New
Everywhere.
England's gotten slammed
But
recently. Yeah.
I love it so much.
know.
I'm watching the videos. But anyways, in New York right now, look up NYPD getting hit with snowballs.
I think I saw
Have
this
you been
video.
seeing this?
Yeah.
Dude, there's multiple videos.
Okay, I know I saw one yesterday where they were like just.
But they're just out there, they're not even bothering anybody. And there's like hundreds of people are just like, go to the
crazy.
NYPD.
They're not
criminal
even
snowball
shooting any
fight.
unarmed black people, and they're still.
It's crazy. They're like not even bothering anybody. They're just existing.
Yeah.
And like people are just pelting them with snowballs. And you just hear people laughing in the background.
That's.
And the cops are just like, they're just taking it.
What are you gonna do? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's hundreds of them. And
Yeah.
then,
Right. A riot kicks off.
yeah,
You're kind of fucked.
like that one, any
Yeah.
of them.
I was just gonna look for some shorts.
My favorite one I saw was the guy from Ice, like running after someone and slipping on ice and then like falling right on his ass.
Oh, what was it? A cop chasing him or an ICE agent?
It was an ICE agent because he was
Yeah,
wearing
look
like the
at
camo.
That someone got it right in the beard
Oh,
and the
man.
head. Look, dude, that guy's pissed.
Yeah, that dude looks enormous too.
Yeah, he's just waiting for one of them to get close.
All these dudes look those two guys look exactly the same.
They all go to the same barber.
Yeah. This is New York City.
Look, see how they're waiting? They're just, this is New York, yeah.
Yeah.
And they're just waiting for one of them to get close enough where they're like,
I know.
all right.
Just club him in the head.
Because I did see one video where they went ahead and randomly just grabbed whoever was near.
Yeah.
And they just threw him into a wall.
Well, because I mean, you get hit with a snowball that has like
Sometimes it
ice
hurts,
or a
dude.
rock or something in
Yeah.
it. It can fuck you up.
Sometimes that hard pack shit
Yeah.
hurts, dude. But here's the thing. I don't get what they were doing. See how they're
Yeah.
they're running them out of the park? It's like,
Yeah, I don't-
all right, boys, let's get out of here. I think we should go.
But they've been doing like all these. I don't know if you've seen those videos of like they had like Shaun White, like they're snowboarding
yeah.
in Central Park and
Yeah,
stuff.
I saw
that-
Shaun
don't know if
White
it's-
jumped over Shane Gillis.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I don't even know what they were supposed to be doing there.
Yeah, I don't.
But it's just so funny because they just have to take it, you know?
Yeah.
So you grew up in New Hampshire.
I grew up in Maine.
Oh, Maine. That's right.
I like
love
close to the
Maine.
border of New Hampshire. I lived in New Hampshire for a little while actually, but I grew up in a Western Maine, small. It's a mill town, so it's very blue collar.
Oh, what was the town?
Rumford.
So what's the town where Kaiser Lake is, where Stephen King lives and got run over?
That's Bridgeton is the name of it.
Is that the town?
Yeah, I believe. Well, that's in the same county I grew up. It's not far from where I grew up. It's very rural, and he has a camp on Kaiser Lake, and I think it was in Bridgeton. He was walking down this road, and this guy in a van ran him over.
Yeah, because it was during a snowstorm too, I think.
I think it was during the summer, because that's where he would go during in the winter. He usually goes to Florida, and then his main residence is in Bangor. I'm seeing the pictures of the house he has up there.
And it's got
like
the big gate.
Yeah, with like the bats and spiders and stuff.
Right.
I went to college like 10 minutes from there.
Okay.
That's in Bangor. The University of Maine is in Orono, so it's literally the next town over. And my buddy lived like 3 houses down from Stephen King, so we'd see him out walking his dog all the time. Yeah, I've met him a bunch of times, just like at like the mall.
I heard he's super friendly.
He is, yeah. And I think same thing. People up in Maine don't treat him like he's this big celebrity.
Right.
He's just Steve,
It's just
the weird
Steve
guy
that's got
with
the gate with spiders and bats on it.
and him and his wife can go out anywhere. So he's like, yeah, he's really cool. He donates like a ton of money to give people like oil for heat in the winter and stuff. He's
cool.
He's rebuilt. I think he gave some money to the library in my hometown too to like help keep refurbish
He's like, you guys
libraries.
need to read more.
Yeah. You dumbasses need to read some
Hey,
books.
get off the fentanyl. Get on the books.
Dude, it's crazy because I used to go to the library all the time, and you'd have like white trash. White trash people treat the library like it's Blockbuster because you can rent like DVDs and stuff.
Yeah, but it's like educational stuff. Like
No,
PBS.
no. You can get like Justified or whatever. They have just a bunch of random shit in there, and these people come in and just rent movies. And
Yeah.
I saw one woman freaking out one time because there was a limit of like.
How many movies?
Yeah, but it's like 15 to 20. Like,
So she was getting them to sell.
yeah, I don't know what she was doing with them. Probably, she
You
probably
ain't watching
pawning them.
15
Yeah.
VHSs.
But she was freaking out because she wanted, say it was 20, she wanted 22. And the woman's like, you can't take out 22 videos.
Yeah.
She's like, no, this is ridiculous. I have my library card. I want these 22 DVDs or whatever. Freaking the fuck out.
She's like, ma'am, at least get one book and I'll
Yeah.
let you get one extra. Like, get one book and I'll let you
It's
have
so crazy because I'm sure a lot of the stuff, like, we have that on books. Like, if I wanted to read, I'd fucking,
If I wanted to read, I'd go to that section. All right? I want to watch my books.
It's crazy.
Dude, it's funny you say the whole white trash thing about renting movies from a library. When I was a kid, my mom would take me to the library because she was like in school. She was in college when I was a young kid.
Arkansas?
Arkansas, yeah. And so she was a single. No, she graduated college while she was still married, I think.
Okay.
But either way, when she got out of college, she obviously still had her library card. And my mom's a big reader.
Yeah.
She actually reads.
Okay. Was it like the college library she would take you to?
No,
or
the
just-
public library.
Okay. Yeah.
And so we would go in there, and they had the VHSs. And I loved this movie. You look this up because it had a dirt bike scene at the beginning.
Yeah.
And because I loved dirt bikes, and I raced motocross from 12 to 18.
I did not know
But
that. That's
it
very
was
cool.
called Spirit Rider, and I think it was.
I've never
But it's
heard
about
of this.
about Native Americans right there. And dude, this was my shit. Like, this was literally one of my favorite movies as a kid, and I would get so disappointed if we went to rent it and it wasn't there. I would just be
What year
no,
did this?
no, there's no flight. It's not.
That's Ghost Rider, I think.
Yeah, that's Ghost Rider.
Pretty underrated movie,
do
actually.
Spirit Rider opening scene, and then do video. It's probably not gonna show it.
I never even heard of this movie.
Yeah. Well, it was at a library.
Yeah,
So, I mean,
yeah.
it wasn't exactly.
It wasn't tearing up the charts.
But all Native American
oh, it's got that
cast.
the dude, not the dude in the dude in the top, but the dude
the old
on the
guy.
left. He's like
He's always an
an Indian in every movie.
yes.
He's the Indian
It's
in
kind
every
of his
single
thing.
movie.
It's kind of his thing. But yeah, so in that movie, he's a bad kid and he gets sent to live with his Indian grandfather or something on a So this is him on his bicycle, but
That's such 90s fashion. It's
yeah. This right here. So this. I watched this movie. I would rewind it just to watch this over and over and over again. I would watch this. So the whole idea is, so he's this bad kid that gets sent to live with his grandmother,
Yeah.
or grandpa, and he falls for this chick she's a spirit rider. And so he wants to learn how to ride horses too.
Yeah.
So she teaches him how to ride.
He falls for Jane Soaring Eagle.
Yeah,
and then...
yep. And that's the bad guy.
Okay.
So he's the antagonist. he loves her too. And so they're in so then at the end they have a big horse race where he tries to win the love of his swan. Or what do you call them? Swans? Is that what they call? Or
no,
spouse?
no.
Sparrows? What do you call a female Indian? Squaw.
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 Swan.
I didn't know that one.
Me got big squaw. you don't make eye contact with my squaw.
We were talking about Lonesome Dove too, because someone has a squaw on Lonesome Dove. I think Danny Glover's character is married to an Indian woman.
No, Danny Glover's gets shot or is trying to give the blind kid back and gets shot or speared. That dude chucks a spear at him. that mean Indian.
Yeah, that mean Indian. I thought he got bit by a snake. And
That's the Irish kid that goes in the river.
Yeah.
And he goes, water moccasins! and then it shows the slow-mo. That fucking... And, dude, by the way, that kid that gets bit, that's a... He ends up being a famous actor later in life. Fuck. I just saw this the other day, and I go, holy shit. That was the Irish kid that died. Type in Lonesome Dove, Irish guy that gets killed by snakes. Lonesome Dove... Irish brother actors, Irish brothers brother actors. Who look up the name of that kid that played him.
Do Lonesome Dove cast, and then we can see.
Yeah, whoever that young kid. Bradley Gregg,
Sean O'Brien is
Or Travis Swords.
Oh no, Sean O'Brien's the name of the. That's the name of the character, not the name of the actor.
Bradley Gregg. I could have swore it was something more interesting than that. Oh, maybe I fucking misheard it. Well, whatever. Great movie though.
Yeah. Do you read?
No.
Okay. It is a really great book. Yeah, I probably should have known that.
No.
It is a really good book.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I did read a lot of West. Like I read all the Wyatt Earp books, like Tombstone.
My grandfather was Louis L'Amour.
Dude,
he read everything by Louis L'Amour.
My grandpa big reader.
Yeah,
loved he would fall asleep most of the time when he was reading, but he loved reading.
Yeah. I think everyone's granddad read Westerns at some point. It's
it's the reason I love Westerns too. Like every Wednesday was Western Wednesday on basic cable on that Turner Classic Movies.
Yeah.
And but every day he watched The Rifleman.
Yeah. Lucas, is it Lucas McCain? I've watched The Rifleman too.
Yeah.
I think it's Lucas McCain.
But so I grew up watching Westerns all the time because when Grandpa, so he lived on where he worked. He lived on a farm.
Yeah.
So he would come home for lunch, and when Grandpa was home, you watched what he watched.
Yeah. My grandpa, it was Westerns. And then every night, I think it started at 8. It went from 8 to 9. You'd watch the Grand Ole Opry.
Okay.
And then you just go to bed after that.
Did he make you watch the Weather Channel in the mornings?
I mean, the news was always on. It was on in the morning, and then like 6 o'clock or whatever, the news was always on.
So my grandpa hated the news.
That's the first time I've ever heard that.
He did not talk about politics. Didn't give a shit. Didn't vote. Didn't care. He was in World War II, and I think that he had his field in.
Yeah.
And
that makes sense.
Yeah. And so he would sit down and he'd go, boy, pull my boot off. So I'd go pull his boot off, and then at night he would walk through the living room in his whitey tighties, and I'd go, all right, I'll see you in the morning, Grandpa, and he'd go, you might not. I'm like, dude, I'm 7. What the fuck?
Yeah.
What is that?
My grandfather was missing these 2 fingers and part of this one. He worked in a paper mill, and he got him fucking crushed off his hand at one point. Yeah, he fell off a crane one time too. He was up working on it, fell off the top of it and broke his back.
How high? Like pretty high?
High
enough to break your
definitely
back.
Should have died.
Yeah,
I think he fell in like a they do like shavings, like sawdust shavings, and I think he fell in that. That's the only thing that kept him alive. But he was way the fuck up in the air.
It's like me falling on a bar mat.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he's lucky to be there.
He was lucky to be there. Yeah,
Is he passed now?
He's gone now. He was 84. So it's
Yeah, I
been
think-
like 20 years.
Yeah, my grandpa was like 86.
Yeah.
My grandmother just passed it last summer.
My grandmother
she was
too.
95.
My grandmother's 94. She passed 3 years ago. I was super close to my grandmother.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was my
Luckily, I
favorite.
got to see her a month before she passed away.
Yep. I went to go see her. I had gone home to say goodbye to her like 3 or 4 times.
Mhm.
But there was always something for her to look forward to. And then I remember I went home for to see my brother, and his first kid was born. And then like maybe 6 months later, my mom called me. She's like, you need to come home. I think your grandmother's waiting because I was her favorite. She was my favorite.
Yeah,
like everyone knew
same.
that. And my mom's like, I think she's waiting for you to come home. And I went home to see her, and then she died like 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was also able to, this is one of the cool, as much as I hate technology.
Yeah.
I got to like FaceTime her.
Oh, that's really- yeah.
The day before she got really bad.
Yep.
Because it was literally a month, maybe less, after I had just saw her.
Yeah.
And she got to go home, and she got to pass in like a bed in her living room.
Same thing with my
surrounded by
grandmother. Yep,
family.
yep.
And I got to FaceTime with her.
That's really cool.
So the day before she passed, she was still very coherent. And then within 24 hours, I FaceTimed her again.
Yep.
And she didn't even look like the same person.
Yeah. This is when my grandfather.
It's crazy how quick.
When my grandfather passed, he was in the hospital, and he wanted to go up to our camp, which was like, 10 miles, 50 miles from where I grew up. He wanted to go there to die. And we were going to bring him to the camp the next morning. And the night before that, he got up out of bed and he walked us all out to the car. Like,
No
he was
shit.
great. He was like, it looked like he was like 15 years younger. And my family's like, oh, he's fine. He's going to be okay. And the doctor's like, nah, this happens sometimes right before
he catches his last wind.
Yep. And then the next morning, they said he woke up and he just like his face glassed over, and
Yep.
he never came out of it after that. And he died
Fuck.
like 8 hours later.
Yeah. Dude, it's almost like you're, it is. Your body just goes, all right.
Yeah.
I think that's all she wrote.
Yep. I think it kind of just like floods you with endorphins or whatever. And then it's like,
Right here, we're going to give you one last hoorah. Better make it count.
I got to talk to my grandmother a couple days before she passed too. And she was, same thing. She was in a bed in her living room on hospice. So they were just pumping her full of morphine. And she was so fucked up when I talked to her. Like and my grandmother couldn't take like antibiotics. They'd make her sick to her stomach. My grandfather, they never took painkillers. Nothing. I obviously didn't get that gene.
Yeah.
But they
did
couldn't.
Did you pay the nurse to give you a little?
No, I mean, I wasn't there. That would have been nice though.
But
Just
hey,
a syringe.
Hey, Juanita.
Because they
Come
just
on.
give you those. It's a syringe without a needle on it, and they just fill it up full of liquid
Yeah,
morphine and right in their mouth. And
Yeah.
no,
Oof. Yikes.
yeah, that would have been bad. But yeah, she was all fucked up when I talked to her. It was
Yeah.
kind of funny.
And so, meanwhile, you're doing fentanyl at Mike Hudak's house. You're like, hey, Grandma, I almost saw you there too.
We're both nodding off, talking to each other
Yeah.
on the phone.
Well, so you said you've been to jail and arrested, right?
I've been to county jail 3 different times. DUIs for all of them. Once was
Nice.
for a weekend, and then twice for like 7 days each. But you only end up going for like 5 or 6 days.
Yeah,
or
right,
whatever
because
it is.
it's full.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, but it's like every week you do, at least in Maine and county jail, every week you do, they take a day off. So if you
It's
do
something like that in
yeah.
Arkansas too. Yeah.
So I've been, and then so it's twice in Maine and once in some tiny county up in New Hampshire.
Okay,
Which was-
just because you happen to be
I was-
across the border.
Yeah, I was coming back from scoring dope actually, and I got a DUI. I hit a guardrail in front of a cop.
Yeah, as you do.
Yeah. And he was waiting for me because I was so fucked up. I was dry. And this is not like, I know we're laughing, joking. I'm not bragging about this. This is a huge loser move. Like,
Yeah. I mean, I've had 3 DWIs
yeah,
too.
I'm a piece of shit, or I was. We're trying to get better, right?
Yeah.
But I was like I scored and I did some, and I was driving through this place in the White Mountains of New Hampshire, Pinkham Notch or Grafton Notch. I can't remember, but you're driving up like mountains on both sides of you. It's this really windy, crazy road. And I was like fucking nodding off all over the place. People would call the cops on me. So the cop was there waiting for me at the end of it. And I came around a corner and just smoked the guardrail. And I saw him sitting there and I just pulled the car over and was like, well, I'm fucked.
What kind of vehicle were you in?
It was a Chrysler Concorde. It was my grandmother. She gave it to me. It was a Chrysler Concorde, big, long fucking boat
Of course,
car.
you crashed Grandma's car.
Yep.
Now, were you living with Grandma too?
I was.
Yeah, because when you're in that position,
Yep.
Grandma's the only one that'll let you live
Yep.
with them.
Yep.
I've been
She
there.
was the best.
When I got my 3rd DWI, I was on my way to Grandma's house.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't
Yeah.
know that we had.
Oh,
yeah.
it's always.
Yeah.
Anyone that's ever been
Like
in
I
a
said,
position of
she's
that.
the only one that'll take you
The
in.
only one that'll.
Yep.
And then you still are changed too.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Did all that, and she didn't care. She did
Yeah.
love me no matter what.
Yeah. You could do no wrong.
Yeah.
And then when your parents try to intervene, you're like, "Fuck off, mom! Fuck off, dad!" and then grandma's like, "Oh, he'll be fine. He's just having it's a phase."
Yeah, but I know for a fact no one else in my family was as bad as I was, or close. But if she would have done the same thing for any one of them too, she was
of course.
Just her and I don't know. My grandfather, my older brother, was really close with him because he was the firstborn. And like when my older brother Aaron was born, my grandfather was in the hospital dying. He had like a bunch of tumors that were non-cancerous, but he had this crazy surgery. And then Aaron was born, and that kind of like got him through that or whatever. That helped him heal. And then so he was really close with him. And then when my grandmother came along, I would just hang out with her all the time. So her and I just had we were just really, really close. And
Right.
I loved her so much. She was the best. But yeah.
So when you all 3 arrests were all DUIs,
Yes.
and they're DUIs because you weren't drunk, right? You were on something.
No, they were OUIs. It's in Maine. It was operating under the influence, and 2 of them were I was drunk, and the last one I was on heroin. So they took me. I had to go get blood tested at the hospital.
Oof.
Yeah, it sucked.
And then from the hospital, or were you handcuffed to the bed? Or you were just in, like, a
the
secure
cop just
room?
brought me. It was like a small town in New Hampshire. He's like, "You're not gonna." I'm like, "You got me. I'm not gonna try to run at this point." You know what I mean? And he brought me to the hospital, and then he brought me back to the police station. And I think they let like personal recognizance. I'd never really been in trouble for anything else, so they weren't like. So I was able to I think I post like $20, and they let you out, and then you have to go back to court.
Yeah,
and
they're like, "Hey, you're gonna come back, right?"
then my parents had to come pick me up.
Yeah.
In New Hampshire, which is it's like a 20-minute. It's not that far, but it was still a rough. I'd be like, "Yeah, I got a flat tire."
Dude, let me think. Was it my second or third one? I forget which one it was. I think it was my second one. I was in county, and I finally get a hold of my buddy. So like the cop let me when I was getting booked in. I go, I don't have these numbers memorized. It's all in my phone.
Yeah, I need my phone.
But I was always, whenever I would get arrested, I was always very nice.
Yeah, me too.
Because I knew it would just be, and also, here's my mood. When I would get arrested, I would go, "Guys, I got a bad back. I have a fusion. Don't beat me up. I'm not going to do anything.
Yeah.
Just trust me.
Yeah.
I'm going to be normal. It's fine."
I was the same way.
And they
I'm
were
like,
always
"You already
very-
got me. I'm not going to make it worse for myself by being a dickhead."
I don't want to catch another charge.
Yeah,
I want to get
right.
out as quick as possible. So the dude let me turn my phone on and write down a bunch of numbers. And all my friends at the time went out scrapping. You know, like where you go
Scrap metal?
scrap metal, like
That's what I thought you meant,
tweaker shit.
Yeah.
And then they were able to raise
Copper
enough,
mining.
they were able to raise enough money to come bail me out.
How much was your bail?
Oh, so like it was, if it was $2,000, that means they only need $200 to get me
10%,
out. Through a bondsman or whatever.
Yeah.
And so then you go to your court hearing.
Yeah.
And if you don't have a public defender or if you say guilty, they take you from court immediately, and you go do your 30 days, 15 days, whatever it was. And so I wanted to get it over with. So I was like, "Yeah, guilty." Fucking,
that's I think it was the second one. I just went and pled guilty. I'm like,
It's
"You got
easier.
me." I want to, and they're like,
we know what this is.
they wanted to put it off, and like, it was only a week, but I'm not built for jail or prison. I've like had so much anxiety. I'm like, no, I want to go right now and get it over with.
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with this shit.
Yeah, I know that my first jail sentence on the first DWI, it was like time served. It was like I went in,
Okay, so
and it was like 5 days or something.
Yeah.
And then 6 months, no license.
Yeah.
And then the second DWI was a year, no license. Plus, you have to take all these classes and courses.
Did you have to get the breathalyzer?
No, I got that with my third one.
Okay.
But the second one,
I still don't. You're doing better. I still don't have my license and it was over 10 years ago.
yeah. So mine's been, everything. Although all those DWIs has been over 10 years ago because I got one when I was 18, 19, and 20.
Okay. Okay.
And then those are all off now.
Yeah.
But point being, just a huge hassle and
Yeah.
a lot of money. But my final one, I was able to throw that in with all my felonies that I'd caught at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
So they lumped it all together, and I got
Okay.
time served of 80 days.
Oh. So
Because the third DWI is 90.
Yeah.
And I actually had a lawyer, so I got all my felonies got dismissed after I did a year of this thing called drug court.
Yep.
And then
Yep.
I got the time served on that DWI.
Okay. So how long did you end up doing? I'm sorry if you've talked about this on other pods.
That
but,
one was 80 days. It was my longest one.
80 days?
Yeah.
And that's county, right? Still
Yeah,
county?
it was just county. Yeah.
Man, county
And it-
sucks, though.
Yeah, it's horrible. The food sucks.
Yeah.
But-
Everything about it is
But
terrible.
I'm funny.
Yeah.
So like it was like people liked me.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Like we just
yeah.
watched TV.
I would just stay in my cell. I ate like
Yeah,
I think I
wasn't-
lost. I think I lost 15 pounds because I ate like once. I just stayed in my cell. I read 12 books in 6 days when I was in there. I just
Oh, wow. Holy shit.
Because that's all I do. I'd read all night and try to sleep all day.
Yeah.
And it was when I got in there. There was a note. Had a cell by myself. This is the second time when I was in Cumberland County Jail in Portland, Maine. And somebody had left. There was a note scratched into the table. It was like, look under this table. You're welcome. And there was a bar of soap stuck like. And I pulled the bar of soap down, and there was like 6 Tylenol PMs in there.
Oh.
So I'm like, fuck yeah. I would take
No
I would
shit.
stay up all night reading, and then I'd take 1 or 2 of those and then sleep for like 9 hours. And
Wait, Tylenol PM means that it would put you to sleep?
yeah, they're the ones that make you tired.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they had taken a bar of soap, hollowed it out, and stuck it on.
As like a here, he's paying it forward.
Dude, I saw blue when I pulled it off. I saw blue pills, and I thought they were like perks. I was like, oh my god,
It's a sign from God.
this is amazing. But
Keep doing perks, my son.
the second time I got out of jail,
That's crazy.
I mean, the last time I got out of jail, I was in New Hampshire, and it was the same thing. Like you get sentenced to 7 days, but you could be out in 6. But this place, they would if someone would come pick you up, they would let you leave at like, say you're supposed to get out on Friday, they would let you leave at like midnight on Thursday. Yeah, it was like 12:01. If someone was there, they wouldn't let you walk out because it was like this jail was like a half a mile from the Canadian border. It was out in the middle of fucking nowhere. So it was just like logging trucks. So apparently they let someone walk out one time and they got smoked by a pulp truck and died.
Fuck.
So you had to have someone pick you up.
Yeah, we had to put a stop to that.
Yeah, but someone came and picked me up, and they had they're like, "Hey, I got you something," and they had brought me like 4 Percocets.
Oh
for
man,
the ride
so
home.
it's like, is it a good friend or is that just another degenerate that you shouldn't be hanging out
a
with?
little bit of both, I think.
Yeah.
little
You were
column A,
grateful.
little column
You were
B.
grateful.
I was ecstatic, dude.
Yeah, you're like, hey, this is better than Tylenol PM.
Ride home through the fucking mountains at night, listening to tunes, fucking flying
and that
off
was the good
Percocet.
stuff,
It was
too.
the best.
That
Yeah,
wasn't
it was
no
the real
fentanyl.
ones. It was the real, the perk. Oh my god, those.
Dude,
are the best.
when I was in one of my first times going to jail, I was like 18.
Yeah.
And I had just started dabbling in like Xanax and Valiums
Yeah.
and sort of Percocets, but not so much. It was more
Yeah,
like
you were like a benzos guy, right? That
yeah,
was your big,
Xanax was huge, and then like it was right around the time I discovered ecstasy. But the pills, who knows what was in that
Yeah,
shit?
I've done those before too.
Good
you know?
God.
Yeah.
But anyways, so I go to jail, and one of the guys that I would buy Xanax from was in the county, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, that's one of the, in my head, I'm like, that's a homie. So this guy, he's been a lifelong in and out of county prison,
Sure,
just
yeah.
a real piece of shit. Had like 3 kids that he never fucking saw,
Yeah.
and also he's like 30 and I'm 18,
Yeah.
and you're like dealing to a 18-year-old. It's just weird in itself. And he would like let us shoot his illegal guns. Like I remember he
You
made
get put in the weirdest situations
when
being
you-
a junkie.
Yeah,
it's,
when
it's
you're
insane.
dude, I had one guy. This
and it
is a
doesn't even phase you. You don't bat an eye. You'll end
No,
up doing
I'm
the
like-
weirdest shit. And you're like, yeah, this is just,
Yeah, I'm like, oh, this guy made his own
guns.
sawed-off shotgun. That's pretty smart. That's pretty cool. And he cut it crooked because he used a saw. Like just
You were a pillhead in Maine. He was a pillhead in Arkansas.
yeah. So throw meth on top of that. Actually, meth was probably big in Maine too.
No, I never saw
Heroin.
meth until I moved down here.
Right.
And then I started dating a girl who was really into it. But yeah, it was opiates, basically.
Well,
And booze too. A big
Right.
drinking town, and then a lot of people did coke, but the coke was so shitty.
It's
there.
horrible.
Like, yeah, it was stepped on so many times. And then oxys and perks hit real
see,
hard.
oxys were big in Arkansas before perks. It was the Oxy 80s and stuff.
Yeah, well, that was big where I was too. But like I liked oxys would make me like really, really sick.
and itchy.
Yeah, perks just hit me like it was just perfect.
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
like my Goldilocks
That was what
pill.
was.
It was
They
just
were
right.
blue, right?
Yeah, little blue,
And they were cold when you snorted them. They kind of made
yeah,
your nostril
yeah,
feel
yeah,
a little like
yeah.
menthol.
Yes, 100%. Yeah.
I remember that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, so this guy that used to sell me Xanax, we're in jail, and he goes, hey, I got some Xanax. And I'm like 18, so I didn't really know. Like, I'm like, yeah. And obviously, I'm like, I didn't think that's weird that this guy's giving me free Xanax. Like, because no guy in jail is going to just give you free Xanax.
No, he's trying to fuck you.
So I took it, and like a couple hours go by, and I notice he's pointing at me and giggling. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I go to this guy, and I'm like, hey, what's going on? He goes, how you feel? And I'm like, oh, I don't really feel anything. And he goes, you don't have to poop? And I was like, I don't know. And he's like, we gave you X-Lax.
That's you fucking punked in jail. That's crazy.
And so they were all like pointing and laughing, and I'm like, yeah, haha, joke's on you. I feel fine. And then at like 3 in the morning, I woke up and just shit my brain.
Dude, laxative prank hits even harder in jail because you shit next to where you sleep.
Right.
Yeah.
That guy's your cellmate,
and they yell at you.
4 feet from his head.
Put some water on it. Put some water on that shit.
Courtesy flush.
Yeah, because you're supposed to flush it when you poop.
I didn't even think about.
Also, you're shitting on a toilet with no lid. It's just a metal bowl.
I didn't even think of the shit smell in prison, dude.
And also, it's just about 4 foot cinder block walls with no door.
Yeah.
You're just like, you can peek over.
Yeah.
Like, I'm
Oh my
pooping.
God.
Yeah, I had to take a shit once in jail. It was the one when I was in New Hampshire. The other times I didn't. I just held it.
Just held it.
And I really had to go. And it was like I waited till, because I think some of the guys were like going out to work during the day. So I waited. I'm like, oh, I'll wait till they're gone. And then I start shitting. And then like 5 minutes after I start, they all come back from work. So I'm just literally just sitting there like, and it was a rough one too. It was when I had held it in for a few days.
Were you shit shy? You didn't want to shit in front of the boys?
Oh, yeah, of course.
I didn't care at all.
Oh, not me. No.
Dude, one thing I found out.
I grew up Catholic. I have a lot of shame with anything that has to do with that.
One thing I found out the hard way in jail. Did you shower while you were in there?
Yeah.
So in the ones we were at in county, it was stalls, but they had a curtain.
Yeah.
Did they have the curtain?
Yeah, it was like individual.
Yeah, it wasn't like a football.
Yeah, like locker room.
Yeah.
No.
So I didn't know this because you don't know a lot of the etiquette.
Yeah, you find it out when you're there.
Yeah. So luckily, people are nice to you when you're 18 because they know that you don't know.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm in there. I'm like day 2 or something, and I'm like I stink. I need to take a shit because they get mad if you stink too.
Yeah, yeah.
Because there's no deodorant in there unless you
Right.
get it off commissary. So I go to take a shower and I leave my flip flops outside of the shower. I didn't know that you're supposed to, because you'll catch staph.
Oh yeah.
Because people, that's where you jerk off and like everyone's coming in there. And like people used to be like, I got to take the kids to school. And they'll go and just shoot loads down the drain while they're showering. Like, you know what I mean? And so I get out of the shower and I'm like, I'm clean now. And the towels are small. They don't have real towels. Yeah. And so
do they have the thing where you just hit it and then it just goes for however long?
No, they had I think they had
you could adjust
attorney thing.
Everyone that they just had, it was like a button you would press.
But it would run out.
And it would shoot out and you didn't know if it was going to be hot or cold and you didn't know how long it was going to last.
I think we had a knob thing.
Oh,
but
you
it was
were lucky.
it was one knob.
You had a Hilton jail.
And it was either hot or ice cold.
Yeah, you had
and you just had to like deal with it.
Just figure it out.
But I remember I get out of the shower and this old black dude comes up and goes, "Young blood, don't you be showering barefoot now. Good way to catch staph. People be jerking off in there." He goes, "You need to wear your flip flops, wear your slides when you're in there. That's gross." He's like, "I'm gonna get you right," and I'm like, "All right, thanks, but."
Dude,
I don't really know what that means, but
the first time I took a shit, I did a weekend, and I'm like, I got it. Everyone was out, same thing. Everyone was out like doing their work during the day, and I was in there, so I'm like, all right, I'll take a shower. And they give you those tiny little bars of soap.
Yeah.
So I was washing with one of those, and it just broke into pieces and I just left them there, and then they all get back, and some dude. This was in like fucking Oxford County, Maine. This dude comes in, he's got fucking devil horns tattooed on his shaved head.
Of course.
He's like, who the fuck left their soap in the shower? I'm like,
you didn't know you volunteered?
It was mine, and it was a small little thing. There was only like 6 people in there, and 5 of them were gone during the day. I was the only one still in there, or maybe me and one other guy. They would have figured it out.
I'm no detective.
So it's like, me. He's like, we don't fuck. Like they were mad at me because I left like, it's garbage essentially. I left it in there. I didn't know, and he was like, one of the other dudes was like, calm down, dude. He's like, at the time I think I was 19 or 20.
Yeah,
like,
you
he
don't
doesn't know.
Yeah.
But this guy like was scary. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm sorry.
Well, yeah,
It's like giving you a roommate talk.
Yeah. Well, he was about ready to fucking stab me. It felt like this other guy was like, "Hey, he doesn't know. Just go clean it up." I was like, "Okay."
Yeah, my bad. Let me get this cum soap out of the fucking drain here, dude. I met a guy in there named Shiloh this one time, and he had face tattoos, and he had 666 tattooed on his butt cheeks because he said he was driving the bus to hell. and he had like.
Oh, that's good.
That
That's
doesn't even
good.
sound real. Dude.
Yeah.
That's
Driving the bus
crazy.
to hell.
Yeah, and he said,
Why is it on your ass?
He said, I'll make sure. He goes, I'll make sure you're on it. I'll get you first class. I'm like, all right, man. And he had shaved off his eyebrow and had one tattooed on, so it looked like he was always doing this.
This guy rules.
And, then, and everything he told you was like a secret. Like he would go, hey, you want to like he would So like I met this guy, I'm like 18, 19, and I meet this guy, his name's Shiloh, and he had just cut off his dreadlocks. He had dreadlocks because he was going to prison.
Yeah.
And I go, oh, that's cool, man. And he goes, yeah, come here, come check it out. And he showed me like a brown envelope with it had his dreadlocks in it. And I go, why? Like why? What do you? I'm like, why? I was like, why would you keep them? And he goes, oh, I'm gonna mail them back to myself. And when I get out, my hair will be long enough again. I'm gonna retie them in. I'm gonna put them back in. That way,
I retract my statement about Shiloh ruling. This guy's a fucking
no, this guy is a fucking loser.
Yeah.
Like I think he's back in prison.
Oh,
So-
I'm sure he is. If he's still alive, I'm sure he's incarcerated somewhere.
So, dude, cut to like a year later, he gets out of prison. I just happen to be getting kicked out of evicted from my house. I see the guy randomly, and I'm like, dude, you're out of prison, Shiloh. He goes, yeah, my money just hit from my dad dying. I just got like $98,000. And I'm like, oh, well, you're going to die soon.
Yeah.
But he was like, can you
Sure,
still
he wasn't
get...
investing that in Bitcoin or anything.
No. So he goes, I inherited my dad's house and $98,000, and I got a spare room. You want to move in? And I'm like, yeah, I don't have anywhere else to go. I'll move in with you.
God.
So I move in with this tweaker, dude. And sometimes I would come home and there would just be, oh, by the way, there was no water.
A rich tweaker.
Yeah.
Rich tweaker.
Yeah.
And he still wouldn't fix the water. We didn't have water. We had to poop and pee at the PDQ. Well, you peed outside. But then if you had to poop, you had to go to the gas station. There was a PDQ next door. And then I would shower at my buddy's house. I don't think he was showering much.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, and, dude, I would come home and there would be all these Nazis hanging out. They were all doing meth. And like
Jesus Christ.
yeah, and there would be computers all like torn apart. Like, but they didn't know what they were. They were just taking stuff apart.
Yeah, this
Like,
tweaker.
None of them knew what they were doing. And he would blow his own meth pipes. Like he would make his own glass. Like he would take a torch.
I mean, that's. Oh, so he didn't have like he wasn't doing like the. With twisting,
No. He took pliers and a straight pipe and would just form his own ball with like a torch, and he would just.
What is it with Nazis and meth? They seem to really love that
Well,
shit,
so he
huh?
was convinced too. Towards the end, before I finally was like, "This is dangerous. I should move." He was like, "Dude, they're after my money. They keep trying to get me to go to the ATM and take my money out."
Well, they probably were.
And he
but-
goes, "So I cut my debit card in half." And then,
So I took all my money out of the bank and I set it on fire. That'll teach him.
So I made it impossible for even me to get my own money.
yeah. And so I ended up getting arrested though. And then when I got out, I found out that the house got raided shortly after I moved out.
Yep.
And he was out on bail, and I get out and I go to get my stuff, and he goes, "You didn't pay me my last month's rent when you went to jail. I'm keeping your couch." And I'm like, "Well, can I at least have my antlers back?" And he's like, "Yeah, I guess you can have that stuff." But that dude was out of his fucking mind.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah. Like, that was dark times.
Before I forget, I do want to talk about the meth Nazis more. But
Yeah.
you talk about
Well,
he cut off his dreads and he kept them.
Yeah, and put him back in.
Yeah, I went to I think I was kindergarten or first grade with this kid who had you know what a rat tail is? Mm-hmm. This kid had one and it was long. It was like down to his
We
ass.
had a kid like
and
that.
he had it forever. And then finally he cut it off. And that week for show and tell, he took the rat tail and put it in a Ziploc bag and brought it in for show and tell.
That's some Arkansas. See,
I mean,
Maine and Arkansas is the same state.
Maine is the
Different
south,
accents.
south of the north.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very like all the bad shit they say about the South. Maine has all of that.
New Hampshire too.
Yeah, New Hampshire,
Dude,
Vermont.
It's dude. So does Eastern Oregon.
Yes.
In Southern Oregon.
Yeah.
Well, I worked on a weed
Washington
farm.
too. Anywhere other than like Seattle and Portland. It's
all
it's,
of Oregon.
Yeah.
And, except for Portland is
Yeah.
just like,
Northern California, same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. There's
Pretty much
rednecks everywhere.
Rural areas, everyone just talks different.
Yeah.
And the only reason the South catches it is because we sound like this.
Yeah.
And, the whole slavery thing.
Yeah, that whole,
he who shall not be named. But so what was that? You said you overdosed twice?
3 times.
Oh, what were the other 2?
The first time I was living in New Hampshire, and I was with my buddy Alan, and this was when like fentanyl first started to kind of come out, like you heard about it, and then sometimes you'd get some dope that was like, it would just knock you on your ass, and I'm assuming there was probably a little cut with there, but we were always doing just powder, so we would just snort it.
Did you ever shoot it?
Never shot it,
Okay.
which I'd for sure be dead if I had. Because I've always had a tolerance for like everything I've ever done. I built it up fast and would do like big quantities of it. So I was always scared of needles though.
Mm-hmm.
So I was with my buddy.
Same.
Was with my buddy Alan in New Hampshire, and we were smoking it, and we were also very drunk. And then I just kind of woke up, and there was EMTs there. They took me to the hospital.
Oh shit!
I spent the night in the hospital. Got released the next day. Like he came to pick me up from the hospital. Got released the next day, and it was like, we both like hugging and crying. I'm like, I'm never touching this shit again. He's like, me neither. Gonna get my shit together. And then I went back to the house, and I had lost my car keys, and I was going through like a pair of pants, and I found $50 in my pants, and I rode a bicycle over to my dealer's house and coughed more dope.
Yeah.
Hours later.
Just got the day of out of the hospital.
Yep.
Yeah, fuck.
And then I was like, oh, $50. Well,
Now, this wasn't the third OD, was it?
No, that was the first.
No. I'm saying this wasn't like, you didn't OD that day, right? The
No.
second?
No. The next time I OD'd was down here.
Yeah.
And then the last time was also down here. I was at my this girl I was dating's house, and I went over there and I fucking face planted on her front lawn while I was on the phone with my older brother when it happened. Actually,
Did you come to again with EMTs?
I came to in the back of an ambulance on her front lawn.
Fuck,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
And is that when you got sober?
That was December 13th when that happened.
Was it a Friday?
I don't remember what day it was, but I remember the next night I went out. So December 14th, I went out and I drank and did coke. And then I woke up the next day and I was like, this is fucking crazy. And I stopped doing everything. And I've had a couple relapses on dope, and I drank one time in between now and then. But I've got over a year and a half
Okay.
now.
What year did you move here?
I've been here like 9 years.
So you
yeah.
moved here, like you didn't move here. Did you move here for comedy? Did you start
Yes.
comedy in Maine?
I started comedy in Maine, but then I stopped and just kind of became a loser junkie.
Okay, gotcha.
And then I moved here because I wanted to start it again. But I was way before it is what it is now.
Right.
You know
So you technically know all the old Austin people.
I know 'em.
Like
I wasn't
So
super-
when you first moved here, Velveeta Room was kind of the spot, right?
Velveeta Room and Cap.
And Old Cap City.
Yep. Yep.
Where was Old Cap City at?
It's up north off Research. There was this great open
like
mic.
by Burnett, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Research and Burnett. And there was this great
I never saw
mic.
that one.
It was an awesome room. It was in like a kind of a sketchy area, but it was like it's just one of those rooms that had been there forever. Had fucking it was
Bill Hicks used to do it.
yeah,
Or,
all
Ralphie
these
May.
there was so much history in there, and it was just like kind of dingy, but kind of it was
Kinda
awesome.
cool, though, yeah.
Like the new Cap is
It's
beautiful.
Yeah,
It's
it's
such
very
a nice
They
room.
got 2 rooms.
But it feels a little more like corporate, and this was
100%,
you know
yeah.
this
It's
old
not a
Cap was
hang.
like it was so fucking cool. And there was this great open mic that would happen Wednesdays and Sundays right down the road at this place called Mr. Tramps, which is by that Target that's up there on Research. I don't know if
Yeah,
so they would-
I mean,
Wednesdays and Sunday nights there would be a mic, and also on Sundays is when Cap City would do their open mic. So you'd have to like sign up, and it was like kind of a big deal if you got on it. So you go do that, and there was almost always a crowd there. It was really fun. So you do well there. You'd be all fucking thinking you're the shit, and then
Yeah.
you'd go, walk 5 minutes down the road and do the Mr. Tramps open mic on a Sunday night to like 20 comics and 7 fucking extremely drunk, fucked up people,
And back
just
down to
eat
reality.
your dick, and you're like, oh yeah, this is what
Yeah.
it's really like.
Yeah. like, oh, I love it.
Yeah. But yeah, and it was, there wasn't really much going on downtown. I mean, there was Velve, obviously, but I wasn't in with any of those people. I didn't start like really doing anything in comedy until like the new scene started when Creek opened.
So when I met you, were you drinking because I moved here in October of 21. Were you boozing it?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Did,
When we
did,
met, I was
did we?
boozing for
Did
sure.
we? So we've drank together then.
I'm
like
sure
at
we
Creek,
have. I'm
like
sure we've
out
drunk
back?
and probably done coke together.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not a big coke guy.
Okay.
I mean, if I was drunk and you had it,
Yeah.
and you said,
I'm
"Do you want to do a bump?"
Yeah,
I
I'm
might
sure
have
we've been in
done
the
one.
bathroom and keys were getting passed around at some point.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. But yeah, I was. Yeah, I was.
Is it cool that we said Mike's name? Is that fine?
Who that?
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't give a fuck.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
cool. I
no.
just wanted to make sure.
No, no,
But
he's-
dude, but to your, you said you got out, and the day that you got out, you went and got more.
Yeah.
So, dude, I'm laying in the bed in the ICU after my seizure. This is how our brains
This last
are.
one you just had.
Yeah, well, it's the
Yeah,
only one.
okay, yeah.
Well, actually, I had one. I took a research chemical that I thought it was LSD when I was 18 or 19, and I had a minor seizure on that. But anyways, this was like it was a grand mal
Yeah,
seizure from
yeah.
not having any
Right,
having alcohol
from withdrawal. Yeah.
100%. Yeah, that is what it is.
Yeah.
And so I'm in the ICU day 2, and some friends come in and essentially give me an intervention while I'm in bed.
Yep.
And
Best
dude, but
place to do it. You can't go
here's-
anywhere.
yeah, right. I can't be like, I don't want to hear this because it's like I'm like Frankenstein hooked up to all this
Yep.
shit.
Yep.
And dude, this is how fucked up an addict's brain
Yeah.
is. I had already in my mind had it planned out what I was gonna do leading up to because I had a flight in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That's the whole reason and I'm like, hey, I just got like a free detox. I'm gonna dry out from here to the flights. And then my friends come in for the little intervention, and she's like, no, you're not going to Boston. No. She's like when you get out, you're getting help. You're like gonna get sober.
Yep.
Blah, blah, blah. But this is how fucked up we are.
Yeah.
I'm in bed already having a plan of, all right, no more vodka, no more
Yeah.
liquor, no more
Yeah.
waking up and drinking.
Yep.
It's beer only for you, pal. It's beer. I'm
Yeah.
already in my mind going, no more waking up and drinking. It's beer only for you. It's time to get your shit together.
Yep.
Still doing the gymnastics of it.
Oh, the mental
Oh,
gymnastics
yeah.
of this
I've
is
done
how
all
I'm gonna
that
do it.
shit. Yeah.
This is how it's gonna work. I'm gonna be fine. And then when I go to Boston, totally gonna tie one on for those few days.
Boston. Of course you're gonna drink in Boston.
But when I get back, it's beer only for me. And they were like, no, it's nothing.
Yeah.
Like, no, you're gonna you have to be sober now.
I've done all, dude. For a while, I was like, all right, I'm only gonna get high every other day.
But it's like, I just
And
had
then-
a seizure.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh, yeah.
in the ICU going, oh, I'm just a beer only guy.
Your brain, an addict's brain will actively try to kill you.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
It's like
It's very fucked
you
up.
could have died. And
Yeah.
I'm like, yep,
Yeah.
it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Like, nothing's wrong.
Yeah.
I was trying to quit anyways.
Yeah. Oh, people probably don't even know. Or
Yeah.
you're trying to go up with things and be like, yeah, I was just super tired and had a seizure.
No, people, at that point, because, dude, the thing is, leading up to it, like I was saying earlier, no one really knew. 'Cause
Yeah.
I
had no idea. I knew you drank, but I didn't know
I
it
was very
like
high
that.
functioning.
Yeah.
And I would even tell, people would be like, oh, Pop Smith's got his medicine today. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sad. And people thought it was funny. And I'm like, yeah, well, yeah, I'm actually sad. But,
See, I was the opposite. Everyone knew because I'd be like actively overdosing and nodding off in front of people and be like,
Yeah.
"No, I'm just super tired
Yeah,
today.
it's like,
I worked the double last
yeah,
night."
I don't think you can really hide that as well.
You can. Well, you think you can. I was like, fucking smooth, dude. Got away with that one. I don't even know. I'm fucking
The needle
literally
is still in your arm, Craig. We can see it.
yeah.
like,
it's
You left the tie on.
just nose running and like literally nodding off mid conversation, talking to people and be like, they didn't even know. Snuck one by.
Dude, I was having nosebleeds regularly from puking so much.
Oh.
From the pressure.
Yeah.
And dude, I was having like 3-4 nosebleeds a week.
That's fucking
And then
wild.
I would knock one loose while I was puking because there wasn't anything to throw up.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Well, I asked ChatGPT and it said that it was from the pressure of like nothing.
makes sense.
It was just like because you're just puking up bile.
Dry
Yeah.
heaving.
Like
Yeah, yeah.
even though you're thinking your body is nauseous, you're puking, dude. I got to a point there at the end. I would be shaking so much that I had to take my little nip and I'd have to go.
That's I've
And then like the Sprite would just be, and I would have to be
yeah
like, and then you just have to take a bunch of deep breaths and hope you could keep it down.
yeah.
How's your shakes doing right now?
I still have a little bit of tremors here and there.
Looking pretty good.
Yeah.
This is the
Looks pretty
best it's
steady.
been for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
That's
This
awesome.
is actually the first time I've looked in a few days. Looking pretty good.
But I mean, I would puke from doing dope, dude. And I had trained myself so I would like breathe out as I was puking, because otherwise I'd puke so hard
You'd
I
almost
couldn't get a
pass
breath.
out.
I couldn't get. I feel like I'm drowning. It was
Yeah.
really fucking scary.
It's
So
horrible.
I like. So again, instead of quitting, it was like, oh no, I'll just train myself. So I would like
I'll
breathe
figure out
out.
how to puke right.
Yeah, I would breathe out as I was puking.
Yeah.
and then I just take a big breath in
Yeah.
after it was done. I was fine. I'm like, oh well, problem solved.
Yeah, and even though sometimes, even though with that deep breath, you still feel like, oh fuck, and then everything goes white for a
Yeah.
moment, and then you're just like, oh shit, don't pass out, don't pass out.
Yeah.
And then because you're like, I know I'm breathing, I'm gonna be fine, but everything just goes white, and you're just like,
Oh, it's fucking crazy, dude.
but then the fact that you go, all right, now I just got to do another one so that I can feel normal.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Well, I'm sure it's the same with. I've never had like I would drink a lot, but I've never had like the shakes or DTs from drinking. But I mean, I would get dope sick, and you're not gonna die, but you want to die the entire time.
Right,
You feel
right.
Like
Because
and
alcohol and benzos are the only thing that you can just die
that can kill
if you
you.
stop.
These you just feel
You
like
just feel like death.
shit, and you want to die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh. That's why when you go to jail or something, if you're an alcoholic, you're supposed to tell them.
Yeah.
And they have to take you to a hospital.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
I heard
fucking-
I've known people that have gone to jail, like heroin addicts that I've met throughout the years that have gone to jail, and they'll tell them they're dope sick, and they don't do a fucking
No.
thing. They're
Yeah,
like,
they're
well,
like, "Hey, you'll be fine.
sweat it out.
You'll be fine."
There's the toilet. You know what I mean?
Ugh.
They just oh
Dude, my final arrest. Are we good on time still? Before I tell this little quick story.
I mean, we're over, but we can keep going. That's fine.
So my final arrest. I've said this before, but real quick, they didn't search me on my final arrest, and
Right.
I'm in the drunk tank.
yeah.
But there's it's a cell, but it's the one with a table where they can question you.
Oh yeah, like a holding or like a
It was
interrogation
like-
room. Sort
yeah,
of?
yeah, exactly. I don't know why I couldn't think of interrogation, but so the detective comes in, and they had we had an APV out for me and for my truck.
Yeah.
because we were just wreaking havoc all over town for like.
I think this is the one where you guys went to Walmart. And,
Yeah. So this was this was a few weeks after that.
Fantastic story.
Yeah, and so I'm in the holding cell, and the detective, he couldn't have been nicer, comes in and goes, "Can I get you something?" And I had realized that he didn't search me.
Yeah.
So I had all these Xanax bars in my pocket, and he comes in with a glass of. I said, "Can I get a glass of water?" He's like, "For sure." Brings me a glass of water. I look around. There's no cameras in this room that I know of. Nothing ever came of it, anyways. And I'll never forget. I had 9 Xanax bars, and I took them all. I
Holy
literally
fuck.
looked in my hand and thought to myself, like, "We'll see." And I just took them, and I woke up 3 days later to this big black dude poking me in the chest, and he goes, "Hey man, where's the Xanax bars at?" And I was like, "Oh, I ate them." And then I found out that I told on myself and both my friends.
I've done Xanax once in my life. I was drunk and I ate a whole bar and I blacked. I like
Just,
same thing. I
just
kind
one?
of yeah, but I'd never done it before. I did a full one and I was already drunk and I lost an entire weekend. But
Yeah.
I was up doing shit. And
Oh
that-
yeah, lights are on, nobody's home.
It's the only. It scared me so bad. I never touched it again.
It's
I've
the
never
poor
done
man's
benzos.
time travel.
I can't. It's fucking terrified me.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
I've lost weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, during the Pepsi challenge.
Yeah, it scared me so bad. I
Did
mean,
you ever get into thieving?
oh, I mean, yeah, not like I wasn't doing shit like you were like when you guys were like trying to steal TVs and stuff like that. But I mean,
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
stole from family members.
Oh,
And
okay.
yeah,
you did
Friends.
you did the shitty thieving.
yeah, right. I wasn't.
You did the burn the bridges and never have friends
exactly,
again.
yes,
thieving.
exactly.
Which we were robbing from friends too.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, everyone does that at some point.
Yeah.
when your addiction gets
You're like,
that
"Hey,
bad.
I need this,
Yeah.
man."
well,
Trust me, I
you
need
you
this.
justify it like they won't even know.
Yeah.
they've got so much money they won't even miss this $200 or whatever it is.
Dude, I had a guy that figured out that we had robbed this dude's house, and we took his TV and his laptop and like some like paraphernalia, and we threw the laptop off a bridge because like we were like, they can track this shit, and we need to get rid of this, just right out the window. But the TV we kept and set it up in my buddy's room at his parents' house, and his mom's like, "Why? Where'd you guys get a TV?" And we're like, "Don't worry about it." She didn't ask a bunch of questions, but that one kind of, she was like, "Where'd you get that TV?" We were like, "Oh, a friend owed us money. I don't know." And this guy hits us up. Like, we thought we got away with it. And like a month goes by, and this guy hits us up and goes, "You guys want to come smoke a bowl? I just made a new batch of like meth." And we're like, yeah. And then we didn't even think like,
Yeah.
you know, we just robbed this guy, so we should probably show face and be like, because what idiots would show up that just robbed this guy?
Yeah.
This guy's not going to think we robbed him if we
Yep.
come to hang out, right? Like, we're going to act like nothing's wrong.
Totally makes sense.
We're going to go smoke his free dope. You know, it'd be awesome.
He called you right after you robbed him.
It was like he like waited like a couple
okay.
weeks.
This guy's smart.
Yeah, there was a couple weeks, and we go over there and we go to his room, and then there's like we walk in the room and there's like 3 other dudes, and we immediately I'm like, uh-oh, I don't think he's gonna share his dope with us.
Yeah.
And and he pulls a knife out and throws zip ties on us or at us and goes, put those on. And I was like, fuck you. I was like, we can go outside and fight, but I ain't putting
Yeah.
I
That's
was like-
crazy.
I was like, let's go outside.
Also, you only have a knife. There's 3 of us. If you had
Yeah.
a gun, that might be.
I was like, dude, take us outside. We'll fight. But
Yeah.
I ain't putting those zip ties on.
Yeah.
My buddy immediately just breaks down and goes, all right, man, seriously, we'll go to my dad's house. We'll get a TV. We'll just give you that one. I'm sorry. And I'm going, shut the fuck up. I literally like elbowed him. I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up, dude. We don't have your TV, man. I don't know what he's talking about. We're going to go. Guys, like, get the fuck up. We don't have his TV.
Yeah.
Shut up. And dude, the guy's like, no, seriously, go get that TV. And my buddy is just, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. And I'm like, dude, let's just fight. And he's like, no, go get me that TV. And I'm like, all right, let's go. And we get in the truck and we just went and scored and just.
That's crazy energy to be met with.
Yeah.
Like, no, dude, let's just battle this out.
Yeah.
Like, that's-
No,
he,
I'm not
probably, he
putting-
probably was
We'll be-
not ready for
we'll be
that.
men, yeah.
He was ready
Also,
for
who
you.
the fuck shows up with zip ties? Like, dude, this isn't a movie. No
Yeah.
one's gonna, who's gonna be like, yeah, oh, this has
yeah,
worked
here,
before.
You
Like,
hold,
okay,
here,
here
hold
you
your
go.
wrist out. You do me, I'll do you.
Do it have to be up front, or can I put them behind my back, or
Yeah.
how do you want me to do this?
No, for real. Like, dude, this isn't fucking rock and roller.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not putting fucking zip ties on, man. You're out. And by the way, I weighed like $140. Like, I couldn't fight. But I was like, I will fight you before I put
Yeah.
those zip ties on. You're fucking
Yeah, I
out
will
of your
fight to the
mind.
death if you think I'm gonna let you fucking put zip ties
You're
on
gonna,
me.
you're gonna kidnap me because I stole
Yeah.
a TV?
Because I
Yeah.
stole your Vizio.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was probably not even a Vizio.
37-inch Vizio.
Yeah, it was actually like that size. But it was back when the flat screens were like kind of
Yeah.
thicker.
Probably weighed like 100 pounds.
Yeah, I mean, it was before they were like a debit
Yeah.
card.
Yeah.
You know? But fuck, dude. Yeah, like you said though, when you're doing that, when you're living that life,
Yeah.
you find like I once did meth with an old lady that used to fuck Billy Bob Thornton in this dilapidated mansion.
I think I've heard this story
Yeah.
before too. That's
Crazy.
Yeah, sometimes I'll get these reels of your stories. I'm like, man, Mason's lived a fucking life.
It's insane. It's crazy that I'm not in prison or dead.
He'll
Yeah.
have to write a book one day.
Yeah, for sure.
He's got to write a book.
Because I
one day.
don't know that. I mean, some wild shit has happened to me, but nothing like that. You know what I mean? It's just got really dark. Which
Did
I
you
think,
ever- did you
because
ever
with
have
heroin,
any-
you just want to be alone and watch. You know, you don't want to do. You do crazy stuff to get high, but once you're high, when you're doing meth, you're fucking.
You just want to like listen to Chris Cornell and stuff, right?
Yeah.
When you're
When you're on heroin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to watch Star Trek Deep Space Nine by myself. That's all I wanted to do. Watch the Venture Brothers for the 35,000th time, you know? Like, I didn't want to be around people. When you're doing meth, it's like, all right, let's go have an adventure.
Oh
you know what
yeah,
I mean?
you can't sit still.
Yeah.
And then you mix in some Xanax with it.
Sure.
and the heat is on.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the same world, but it's 2 different like quests that you're on.
Well,
you know what I mean?
when you're doing meth though, you're doing like you're like causing havoc.
Yeah.
Like, you're
Yeah.
like causing trouble in
Sure,
town.
sure.
You know, like we ended up getting to where people wouldn't like invite us over. Like
Yeah.
we were like
Certainly, yeah.
we would show up to parties and people would hide their phones. Like, cause this was back when you could steal a phone,
Yeah.
and you just take the card out and put a new card in
Sure.
it, and now it's your phone.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like it was
Yep.
before, cause you know now if you steal a phone,
Yeah,
you
everything's
can't
got
do
like
sh-
facial
you
recognition
can't
on
do
it.
anything
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah.
You know, like the whole stealing a phone now, you're just a dumb. Like,
Yeah.
what are you gonna do with that?
Yeah.
you can't even do anything with it.
Yeah.
and even if you sell that phone to some shiesty pawn shop guy, I don't think you can do anything with a phone
No.
that's attached to someone
like,
else's shit.
And people are, it's not like if you go to, I'm sure if you go to like a pawn shop with a laptop and they're like, yeah, I don't know the password, they're not going to buy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They know it's stolen.
Right.
It's probably hard to be a scumbag these days. I don't know.
Yeah, they don't make it easy.
Yeah. It's been a minute since I've done it, thankfully. But
And I guess nowadays too, like if you're into heroin, you just accept that now you're into fentanyl.
I think so.
Like,
Yeah.
can
'cause
you? I don't think heroin's a thing anymore, really.
I
is
don't
it?
think so, honestly. And like, I know like oxys and perks aren't a thing. That if you're doing opiates and at any kind of street level, it's most likely fentanyl.
And then nowadays, of course, like I know I've met handful of bartenders from working downtown
Mm-hmm.
that either know people or themselves have done, because a lot of bartenders are big into cocaine.
Yeah.
But now most bartenders don't even fuck with it anymore because they know too many people who've
Drop
OD'd.
dead. Yeah.
Yeah, because also that's fucked up. You're cutting coke with fentanyl.
Yeah, I mean it's made its way into everything now. I
Yeah.
don't know if it's people just trying to fucking stretch it so it goes further, or
Hearing that people think that there's fentanyl in weed is also scary. It's like, oh man, who are you buying weed from?
yeah, that was a crazy.
Like, who
people
the
are
fuck are you buying weed from? That
Well,
they,
because you'd have those annoying weed friends like, no one's ever OD'd off weed. And like, well, not yet, but
It's
seems like
coming.
it's happening now.
yeah, that's crazy. I mean, and God knows what's in those fucking vapes that you get from a 7-Eleven.
Yeah. Or now they have like the fucking the gas station heroin shit, which that like 7-Eleven,
Kratom?
like the supercharged kratom that people are doing.
Ugh.
It's crazy.
All the
It's-
weird loopholes here are also weird.
Yeah. Yeah. It's I don't know. They're trying to keep us fucked up on something. You know what I mean? It's
Except for they're like, yeah, but at least this we can get some taxes out of it.
right. I mean, I said this on a podcast once before. I think fentanyl is like it's a well coordinated terrorist attack by the Chinese and just people like were really pissed. They're like, that's so. I'm like, it's not like.
I've heard this before though.
They sell all the precursor chemicals. They sell them all like individually to fucking these labs in Mexico that the cartels use to make fentanyl. And like, why wouldn't they?
Right.
They hate us.
China's
They're
playing
trying
the
to take
long
us down.
game.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the fact that you think they're not doing that is crazy. Like, well, fentanyl was invented by Big Pharma. I'm like, yes, like lab fentanyl. Well, this isn't that. This is just people making like bathtub fentanyl, putting it in your cocaine or your press Xanax or whatever, and fucking like 200,000 people a year are dying off that they know of. And I'm sure it's higher than that because I'm sure there's a ton of people that are just, they find them dead on the street and they're like, oh, well,
Fentanyl.
yeah.
Well,
Fucking-
look up 2025. We'll just look this up real quick and then we can wrap it up.
We'll have to run it back with you, Craig.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
we'll have
anytime.
you
This
back.
is really fun.
2025 fentanyl related deaths. Yeah, I don't even know how to spell fentanyl. You can't even spell fentanyl. Based on preliminary data from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, for the 12-month period ending August 25th, 2025, U.S. drug overdoses deaths fall approximately 21%, with an estimated 73,000 people dying from overdoses.
That seems very low.
Continues a significant sustained decline in fatalities after a
Oh, good.
27% drop from 2024. So it's going down. So
Okay.
people are getting more.
Yeah. I mean, they should have Narcan. There should be like Narcan things everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
You should just,
Like bars now keep that shit behind the bar.
yeah.
Fentanyl-related overdose deaths at U.S. have been declining significantly through 2025, following the peak in 2023.
Okay. What was it in 2023?
Significant decline. Estimated numbers still less than 100,000.
Damn. All right.
I mean, that's a lot. I'm not
That is
saying-
a
that's
lot.
still
That's a staggering amount of
That's
people.
like a
but
city.
I thought it was a lot more than that.
Total drug overdose deaths from 2023 slightly declined about 3%.
I think
to
this stuff is also just kind of hard to get an accurate number.
Right.
Yeah.
Because how many
This is
people
just
just died
AI
under a
trying to-
bridge that they just were
Exactly,
like, oh,
yeah.
we just found another dead guy?
Yep.
Yeah.
Or somebody just like dies in their house and they don't do an autopsy. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
You know, someone lives by
Or,
themselves.
yeah, like died under a bridge.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, got another one.
I think it's a lot harder to like keep track of any deaths from anything than we think it is.
Yeah.
Like in our head, we think we can just Google how many people
100%.
died. But COVID shit showed us like
Yeah.
how bullshit like a lot of these
Yeah.
numbers
Yeah.
are. You know
Well,
what I
dude-
mean? Because they're like, you
Wait,
got in a car
11
accident.
billion people died from from COVID?
Yeah. And
Yeah,
then they
those-
come out and say like 10 years later or 5 years later, they're like, oh yeah, it was actually like, you know,
It was a heart
just
attack,
just
yeah.
a few people.
Yeah. Or whatever.
Dude,
Yeah.
a lot of those people that they claimed were COVID deaths were people who beat, including my grandfather in 2021. February 2021, my grandfather passed. He got COVID, but it was back when they thought ventilators were still helping.
Yeah.
But once they
That was killing people.
once they put you on that, you would beat COVID, but they couldn't get you off the ventilator. They kept trying to
Yeah,
get
you
him
couldn't
off
breathe
of it,
on your own.
but he couldn't breathe on his own. And then he got pneumonia, and pneumonia is what killed him. But they claimed it as COVID.
Yeah.
So a
Probably
lot,
got 12 grand for it.
and,
Yep.
and looking back, it's like if you would have never put him on, because he was healthy as a fucking ox
Yeah.
or whatever the saying is, And he would have lived. I truly believe this. If they wouldn't have put him on the ventilator, I think he'd still be alive.
Yeah, I think there was a lot of
Sarah's
people.
grandma was in the hospital like during Christmas time, and we were like on a Christmas tree farm, and they called us. She had COVID and stuff, and they were like, "All right, we're gonna put her on a ventilator. So basically, get on and say bye. Get on the phone." And we're just like bawling our eyes out at the Christmas tree farm, and she fought and would not go on the ventilator because she knew that it would kill her. And so she didn't get the vaccine, and she didn't go on the ventilator, and she's healthy as a horse.
See, dude,
it's
Smart
crazy.
lady. Yeah.
But this was
We wouldn't let her go on the ventilator either. We were like, no.
This was but this was that time though when they thought that was what.
Yeah, and they're like, oh no, everything that the other like scientists are saying is like fake and wrong. Like, you're like, you got to listen to us, and you're like, this is so confusing.
And I to an extent, I do get it. Even doctors were learning this shit on the fly too, but like they refused to like acknowledge that they fucked up at any point. You know what I mean? Which is infuriating.
I want an apology.
Yeah,
I want an apology from like everyone, from
Yeah.
everyone in Portland, Oregon that was fucking gay during COVID. I want a handwritten letter
So
that
just
you were
shows
right.
just everyone in Portland.
I want now that the Epstein files are out and
Yeah.
Bill Gates said that it's proved that it was a pre-planned thing. I'm sorry. I want an I'm sorry from
admit it.
everyone in Portland.
Yeah. At least say you knew. You say you knew you were wrong. Say you know you're wrong.
Yeah.
Are we gonna get demonetized for talking about COVID?
No, we should wrap this up though. You
All
guys.
right, cool. Yeah, let's do it. Where can people find you, Craig?
All the socials just at Craig Fergola. Yeah, I don't have a ton going on extra right now. But if you want to look at pictures of my dog, come check out my Instagram.
You stand
hell
up
yeah.
all over Austin, right?
I do. Yeah, I'm
You're at Creek a lot.
at the creek a lot. I'm gonna be going doing some New England dates this summer. Haven't exactly figured out when, but I'll be back in the Northeast for a week or so this summer.
Hell yeah, that's the best time to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, thank you so much for listening. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel, Mason Smith Comedy. Follow us on Instagram at You're Lucky to Be Here with the number 2. You can find me on Instagram at Mason Smith Comedian. And shout out Smokestack Studios. Taylor, thank you. You got new Gritmonger out?
Yeah, it's been out for about a month. We got music out, but go check out Gritmonger.
It
if you guys
fucking
like metal
rules.
music.
Go check out Gritmonger.
Hell yeah. All right, thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll see you next week.